guys, it's Naturally Timmy. I'm not looking so natural today, but I wanted to come and give you guys a review on this hair that I wore in my last video. This hair was provided to me by a company called Beauty Forever, and it's an Aliexpress company. I got 4 bundles in a closure. I got a 24, a 22, a 20, an 18, and a 16-inch free part closure. And one thing that I will say right now is I would never get another free part closure again, simply for the fact that I find it very, very hard to lay, rather than if you have maybe a 3-part closure or a middle part closure. Because when you have a middle or you have a 3-part closure, it lays a little better, whereas a free part, it's kind of tricky to get it to lay. Like most of the time, if I want a wig, I'll just buy a wig, but I decided I wanted to make one because I just want to learn how to do things myself sometimes. So I made this wig, I dyed it, and I curled it myself. And at first when I dyed this hair, I didn't think it took because it was really, really, really dark. But as it dried, it got brighter and brighter, and I was happy with how the color came out. I used a L'Oreal high color in magenta. I was going to use the red, but then I didn't want my red to come out really, really bright, so I thought this was a nice color, and I actually like the way that it came out. Like I said, when I dyed this hair, it took really well, but it lost its wave, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys what type of hair it was. It was Brazilian body wave, and by the time I finished dyeing it, it was just little crinkles throughout the hair. It wasn't really any wave anymore. So yes, just note that it will lose its curl pattern after you dye it, if you do decide to dye the hair. And the hair actually came brown and not black, with little like gold strands here and there. I will have liked a jet black, but it doesn't really matter because the roots are still dark and the dye really took. It shipped with DHL, and I thought it was going to take a shorter amount of time to come, because usually when I get DHL packages, it takes like 2 to 3 days. So I was kind of like, you know, when is it going to get here? Like, this is a long time. But yeah, it took about 4 or 5 days. The customer service is good. Every time that I had questions with the order or I had questions with the hair, they would answer me right back. So I didn't have problems with communication with them. I had to end up cutting the ends of the hair to 24 inches because I just thought that the hair was way too long. I didn't know that 24 inches was going to be as long as it was, so I ended up cutting some of the ends. So I believe this would be like maybe a 22, I'm not sure, but yeah, I ended up cutting the ends because it was just way too long, and I was looking like Rapunzel, like the hair was up to my butt. Like, this is 4 bundles in a closure, and I didn't even use all of the 4. I have like a little strip left of the 18-inch, so I didn't use all of the hair because I just felt like this was enough. And this curls really, 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 really good. I have not recurled this hair since I curled it in my last video, so this is like a week later, and I didn't have to recurl it. And yeah, the curls are dropped, but you can still see, you know, there's some curls in there. So I was really, really pleased with the way that it took a curl. I was happy about that. So I will say this hair can get really frizzy. So what I did to tame the frizz is I just put a little bit of Jachet oil on the hair, and it helped it a lot. When I did not put Jachet oil, if you see in my last video, like my hair was like really, really, really frizzy, and that's because I didn't put oil. And I decided to just put oil and see how it would look. Would the frizz be tamed, or would it get better? And it actually did get better. I don't experience much frizz anymore. I get a little shedding, the normal amount of shedding that any hair would get. The closure is just a tad bit crooked. I couldn't get it to lay flat for some odd reason. I don't know, like I never knew that closures could come like crooked or uneven. So yeah, I feel like it was uneven, or something was wrong with it, because it would not lay flat for the life of me, no matter. And I tried like 7 times to like keep repinning it to get it to be as flat as possible. But if I would flatten it right here, it'll be a crimp in the middle. If I flatten that crimp, it'll be a crimp somewhere else. So it was just like, it was not gonna lay flat at all. But overall, I do like this hair. So like I said, this hair is from Beauty Forever, and I will leave the link below to the hair. Yeah, so this is the end of the review, and I've worn this hair for like a week and a half, like a week. Like, 8-9 days. So I wore quite a few, and yeah, I'm actually missing my natural hair. You guys know I'm a natural hair honey, so I'm missing my natural hair, but yes, I had to get this review out for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.